Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Pre-Market Live Show. Today is Tuesday, June 24th. Trying to get my voice back still. Anyway, all information presented here is for educational and informational purposes only. It's not intended as financial advice. So always do your due diligence. How is everybody this morning? And let's look and see what that heat map looks like. It is green, and apparently the ceasefire didn't go so well. Israel accused Iran of breaching the truce, and so we'll see what's going on. They said that Iran fired missiles into Israel. So we'll see what's happening with that and that whole truce. But first, we'll look at our Joe Lee jumper. So here we go. We'll see what's popping this morning. BSGM right here. Let's see, because that one is jumping up there and looking good. BSGM. Yeah, it's not too bad. It was running up yesterday and some more run up this morning there. So there you go with BSGM and HURA right here. Let's see what that bad boy's doing. That looks like it might be pulling back, but it could have run up, and it did run up yesterday in the after hours, and then that did pull back as well. And IBIO, we know that was running up, and that is continuing to run up. And that was one that we had been watching there for a little bit, and that guy is running now. So there you go, IBIO. We might have been a little bit way early on that, a little bit too early on that. I mean, LAES right here. This one I know we had looked at on that pop up. We'll see if it's really ready to get set up and run here. LAES. It is over to 20. We're trying to get curled up. We'll keep an eye on that one and see. It is a semiconductor one. We've looked at it before as it popped up. And this Nectar right here, we just looked at the other day, yesterday, I believe, and it was looking really good. And bam, it was running up, and it ran up some more this morning there. So that Nectar was looking good, and we talked about that one as we saw it. Ocean Pal's been running up. I think that one's pulling back now. And a lot of these oil ones have been pulling back, but we'll see what's going on with the whole truce and everything else. So who knows? I mean, a lot goes on. We ended the show last night. We thought there was a ceasefire, and then all of a sudden Iran started lobbying bombs in Israel. So I guess we don't know what ceasefire exactly stands for. I have no idea. But there you go. PSTV trying to get set up there. Not looking too bad. So we'll be keeping an eye on that. And let's see what XBIO is doing right here. Here we are, XBIO. And let's see, XBIO. And that's not too bad. It was running up there yesterday. A little bit of pullback, but it looks like it's just trying to set up there. Looks like a little healthy pullback, actually, after it ran up. I'll have to keep an eye on that XBIO right there. And there's our Joe Lee's jumpers. And let's see what's going on in this market. And good morning, Luis Rodriguez. Good morning, Cadence. Good morning, everybody. And my voice is sounding a little bit better. So there you go. And I am doing great this morning. It is hot as hell out there in Jersey today. I hope it cools off tomorrow. And but yeah, it's crazy. It's already like it feels like it's 100 degrees. I think I feel like it's 99 already out there. It's like 88 or 89 degrees with the humidity and everything else. It feels like it's almost 100. So it's a warm day again in Jersey over here. And I know it's kind of crazy around the East Coast with the humidity and stuff. That's what we were talking about that last night. It is crazy. Holy cow. And hopefully it ends. And look at your SPY just rolling this morning up six. It's up to 604, and it does want to get cruising. Like I said, look at this thing. Will it get through? I'm not even sure, but it does want to try to touch that 610 area, and then I think we might be seeing a little dippage. We'll see. We'll reevaluate when it gets there, but I've been thinking that it wants to touch it. It did come down, touch that support line, and here we go. So it is interesting, and just exactly how I've been looking at this market in this channel right here. So it's not doing anything all crazy, and so yeah, that's what it looks like. I think we are going to see them all-time highs. I've been saying that for what, a month or so. It's just been a little bit wild with the news. As you can see, it dipped down, ran up, and it's in this channel. And I do think we see that 610 before we see that reverse come down. So there you go. Luis Rodriguez just got back from his walk. He's drenched. I can only imagine. I just went outside for like 3 minutes, guys, and I was sweating. I was like, this is so crazy that like you can't walk outside without sweating. That's how bad it is. And I'm not a big sweating person, and but you don't have any choice because the humidity hits you and you just start sweating. It's freaking nuts. Anyway, good morning, Doge Mama 9. And my voice is definitely getting better. I told you it would start to heal up here. I've never lost my voice before as much as I can talk. So, we were partying pretty well in Vegas. Look at your Apple right here. Who was saying that was a beauty? And I just stood by that one. I knew it was getting set up there. And there you go with Apple. Actually, I want to see it over here. AAPL real quick. And yeah, that's a beauty, guys. You can see that getting set up. Amazon's not looking bad right there. I can say it's looking a little better after that dip. And again, who knows what's going on with the ceasefire and everything else. So the markets could be moving like crazy this morning, Larry. So we will be keeping an eye on them for sure. Google's getting set up. That looks like it was a nice dip there yesterday. So we'll be watching that. And Meta, I actually typed it in the right way the first time. And look at Meta trying to curl up. But again, it does not know. I can't tell if it's going to curl through. It almost looks like it doesn't. So they do look like they want to run up a little bit higher, including the SPY too. It's all-time high. But I think we're going to see the dip after that. So that's what it looks like to me. That's what I've been saying for probably 3 weeks now. It's just been taking forever. I don't know what's up with Microsoft, but it just keeps running up there. Like I said yesterday, I looked at it, looked like it was about to pull back, and then boom, it just went straight up. It was coming down here in the red in the morning. Looked like you were about to get to your 20, and the next thing you know, it was up $8. And I said, holy cow, that thing's insane. And I was glad I didn't get the ETF on the bear. And again, they don't open up until about 9:30. So by that point, it had already started changing around. So I knew that we weren't getting that, but it was kind of crazy. I was like, holy cow, at 7 a.m., that looked like a winner. And then at 9:30 a.m., it did not look like a winner anymore. It was that fast of a turnaround for Microsoft. So pretty wild yesterday. And the market is pretty wild. It's crazier than Vegas right now. So here is NVDA. That's trying to cruise back up. And again, I'm not so sure they're going to crawl through this time, but they do look like they want to run up. So that's what they look like right there. And Tesla has been setting up. It's up another $7 and looking good up there. So there you go. It's your Tesla. And it is, like I said yesterday, it was running up and it looks like it's going to continue to run up some. So there we are. We'll cruise through the rest of our big cappers that we look at, and I'll check out and see what you guys want to see. We'll go through the scanner, see what's popping up here and what grabs our attention. And I'm going to go out there. I was messing around with the air conditioner out in the shed. Don't you know the stupid portable air conditioner I buy has like this weird connector to go to the wall. Everything else I've ever looked at is just like a straight pipe. So now I think I got to fabricate my own thing today. I mean, nothing can be ever easy. I swear I had it all set up perfectly. It just from every video I looked at that I just like stick it to the thing, and the one I buy is like a completely different part. I'm like, what the hell is going on here? I've never seen one of these on any of the videos, and so now I'm sitting here trying to figure this out. I bought like a boot that you would make for like HVAC guys know what I'm talking about, and that's what it looks like. It's like kind of big and it sticks to a boot. I had it fit in there perfectly, but it's just not sealing right, and it's blowing too much hot air out. And I can tape it, but it's not. Just I have no idea. I mean, I'm just like, why isn't this a regular tube going right out? So I'm going to go out there and fabricate my own damn thing so it works. And so yeah, that's what I'm going to go do. I went out there this morning. I was like, holy shit, I'm already sweating. And it wasn't even 7 o'clock in the morning. So pretty wild out there, guys, in New Jersey right now. Applied, let's look at it real quick. Oh, wait. Yeah, we'll look at this real quick. And then I'll go through the other ones real fast. Here we go. APLD. And let's see. That could have been a bottom yesterday. We'll see. Another situation right here. Larry, where you could have that curl up. We have to see if it'll get up to the 20 as it approaches there on the MACD. It might not even make it. It has some good resistance right there. So we'll have to see if it can get back in this channel. The next day or two, we may have to watch apply just to see where it goes, depending on how fast it can move today to see if it can get in between here. You need it to get back into that really truly over $11, but you want to see it get back over the 1075 area just to get back over that 20 and try to hit that resistance again and get into it. So that's what you're looking at for applied right there, and that is APLD and AMC. We'll go back to these guys. This one was sitting down there, and again, it could curl up and run. I'm just not so sure it will go through. So we'll keep an eye on this one. Let's see what GameStop looks like, because that one should get set up. And another situation where it should run up there, but I'm not so sure. As you can see it curling up, I'm not so sure it'll get through the MACD. Might be a situation where it bounces down. We're still in that pattern, guys. We had picked that out there, what, 8 months ago now, probably. I have no idea. It's been so long. But yeah, probably. It was probably right before the new year or something. And we just knew that they were bouncing off the MACD. That's how we had done so well, as the market was pulling back and we were just cruising along, hitting everything, and knew almost what every stock was going to do, because we had already picked out that pattern so early, and we stuck with it, and it definitely saved our asses for months and months and months. And it looks like we might be going back to it. So we'll be keeping an eye on that just to see what's happening. Chewy, another situation where it looks like it's setting up here, and again, it'll curl up. I'm not so sure it'll curl through. So we'll be keeping an eye on it, but it might be a good opportunity as it curls up. And Unity's another situation there. I mean, they all look kind of the same right there. So that's what that Roaring Kitty crew looks like. And Netflix still over 1257, and that thing just looks like it wants to run up there. And you still have another situation where it's hitting this MACD line. It does have some good resistance, but I mean, this thing's set up. I could see it getting up there and trying to run. So, but you could also see it trying to pull back at the same time. It's one of them coin flip kind of deals. AVGO trying to run back up. Look at it bouncing off that support line. And I think once we get up here, that's where we're going to start seeing that dip. I don't think they're going to cross through, to be honest with you. And that's just what they look like at the moment anyway. You know, that can move really quick. It did yesterday, and so I'll keep you guys posted on what it looks like, but I'm just telling you what it looks like at the moment. I'm not so sure they will cross through, and that's probably where you'll get to see our dip coming. And MU right here, this is running back up. And again, they look at them. They pulled back yesterday, and then they're ripping right back up today. TSM, they want them all-time highs like we've been talking about for a little while, and they're going to get it. I'm telling you, and that's when you're going to see your dip. TSM is not. Remember, I said look at it to get to that 220, and it couldn't get to. We were talking about the other day. Here it goes. We might see it right now. So these things are. This market's insane, guys, and that's where I say I don't see the argument for where the rates couldn't be cut. I mean, the things are just. The market just keeps running no matter what's going on. So SMCI getting set up right there, not exactly ready. Look at AMD still popping off, and we knew that was going to happen. So there you go at AMD, and you guys knew that was happening. And QCOM right here, this one we knew was going to run up. And this one does look pretty good right there. So there you go, QCOM, INTC, good old Intel. And let's see what Intel is doing. It is trying to curl up. It's hitting some resistance. We'll have to take a look at it today and see if it can break through. It could have a little pullback as it gets set up right there. And PayPal, that's still up 90 cents, and that's getting set up. Just watch for a little pullback as it sets up there. It ran up. Snow, look at this thing, still running the top. It's crazy, guys. I can't believe that they're still running like this. Dell still running up there as well. Looks like it wants to curl up some more. I mean, where is the argument? These things look like they should have pulled back already, and they just keep ripping here, including going through a huge conflict and stuff. So I mean, I just don't get it. 141 right here for Palantir, and I'll probably get back to that 144 I had reached before as its all-time high. And Palantir still looks pretty good to try to run. And again, I'm not saying that dip isn't going to happen, but it's not ready yet. And these things are running up there regardless of a conflict and everything else. Nothing. It's not holding this market back. Look at Mara. This is really getting set up here in different ways. And Riot, let's see. Riot was not looking too bad. Clean Spark was the other one getting set up all over the place. Look at that thing. So all kinds of interesting looks right there. And let's see what MicroStrategy's doing right here. MSTR. And that's up $6 and it's hitting that resistance. I'm not so sure it's going to break it, but it is getting set up long term. I mean, that thing has this. You can see Strategy's got a lot of time to get really set up there, but it's just pretty healthy where it's at. So it could pull back a little bit, and it's not looking too bad. And good old Coinbase had been up, and look at that thing just running up even more. And Robinhood's running up as well this morning a little bit. So there you go with them two. And let's look at that DJT as that's running up now, and that's getting set up pretty good. And that fun is up a little bit, and that's trying to get set up as well. So definitely interesting. And ARM is still looking pretty strong. Look at that thing. We said it was strong a couple days ago or a week or two ago, and it's just cruising along. MTN, that Val, that one was looking good to get set up, and it still is. Just watch for any pullback on it. It's down a little bit, and it could be a good one. McDonald's right here, we were watching it get ripping, and I just hit the thing twice. So there we go. And there you are. McDonald's starting to rip up there. And again, not so sure it will get through, but you know it's going to run up as it curls up right there. So it is that opportunity. You can see we were down here. And now this morning it's gapped up. So there you go for McDonald's as well. And IBM's been looking strong there, and it's still ripping. So, I mean, you guys tell me. The market looks insane to me. I have to say, Marvel Technology, we were looking at it the other day. It was trying to move and just pulling back, and it is in a bullish state. It is trying to get set up right here. That does look like the bottom, so keep an eye on that today as well, because that could get moving. And yeah, that DJT is getting set up right there, I must say. Big bear right here, BBAI. And this bad boy is up. We looked at it last night, and it was looking good, that's for sure. And there you go with BBAI. That thing does look pretty good to curl up there. And IXHL, let's take a look at that Doge Mama 9 and see what that's up to right at the moment. And that one can be getting set up if this thing, this trend line is going to come down and meet it. And then, once it gets on the other side of it, it's going to be a pretty good setup to try to pop up again. And we'll see if it can get back up to that 200 day. It's at one. That would be at 133. This thing's still at 20 cents, and it had popped up a few times right here and got up to what, I forget, $1 something. So it was cruising, and it took a big old dip. And that EONR looked way better yesterday when oil was starting to roll. And then look at that huge dip now. So that bad boy just got crushed down, and oil got beat up really fast right there. And they announced the ceasefire and all that good stuff. But and then the ceasefire seems like it didn't last very long. So I have no idea, because these aren't reflecting what happened overnight. And I would thought that they might be reflecting that ceasefire not really happening, I guess, because like I said, Iran did shoot some missiles into Israel, and Israel said they would retaliate. So I don't know if we're not completely comprehensive of completely understanding what a ceasefire is, but that was pretty wild. They agreed to one, and then like 2 hours later they were shooting missiles in there. So I don't know what the hell's going on over there. I don't think anybody does. Anyway, so we'll have to keep our eyes on that to see what's going on. And I'll watch, and Pal's on at 10 a.m. too. So yeah, Pal's speaking today as well. So that is awesome. also going on. And I know we got to have an eye on that because that's going to be interesting. And here's that Estee Lauder we were talking about. It's been running up there and looking really good. And Elf hasn't looked too bad. It has been trying to move, but not as well as Estee Lauder. Estee Lauder has been looking good. And remember, we were talking about that probably about 2 weeks ago, and it's been running up for these full 2 weeks right here. So I must say, Estee Lauder not looking bad there, up $1.42 this morning. And you can see it wants to try to get to that 85 right there. So there you go for that one. And let's see what else is going on. Let me see over here if we missed anything. Let me take a look and see. Hold on. All right, and there's a couple good ones. STX Confidential wants to see Wang and Lee right here, and let's take a look at them because they've been trying to get set up. They're just running that bottom down there, and it has been taking things a little longer than we'd expect to get moving. It looked like it was ready there, then it tried to run up, and then boom, quick pullback, but does not look bad. So it's still trying to get set up there. STX Confidential. NAAON. Let's look at that one. A building products material, building products and equipment, company. And this thing looks like it is trying to get set up. AAON. Yeah, that does look pretty good. So we might have to keep an eye on that one right there. And POWL is good old Powell Industries we were talking about last night. And we'll see if the old Jerome Powell Industries can get moving today when Powell's speaking at 10 a.m. It's electrical parts, electrical equipment and parts or whatever. And it does look like it wants to curl up pretty well right there. Let's see, POWL, and it does look pretty decent right there. And that Sky T is that water one. Sky Water, we were talking about it last night. I looked at it and it reminded me of the water in Aruba. And I told the story about how the water in Aruba is. So if you're interested, you can listen to last night's show at the end. But here is Sky T Water, and it is up a little bit this morning. Not looking bad. It's trying to get over that 200 day and try to get moving. So not looking bad there. And ASML, I know we looked at that one last night. It was looking pretty good. Let's see what it's doing compared to yesterday's pre-market or after hours. And it did gap up there. So that was a nice one at 4 a.m. Have to see if it wants to stay up there. And TDOC was a Teladoc you had mentioned. And that one looks like it was running up and trying to run up some more. It was running up yesterday and it closed at 825. And then today it's 837, 845 or 842, and it's at 827. So not looking bad right there for good old Teladoc, TDOC. And let's see, BKSY, Black Sky Technology, and that is in the top, and it's been running up. We'll have to see if it wants to continue up. Let's look. It has that look at the moment anyway, like it would like to pull back, but that doesn't mean anything because they've been getting that look a couple times here, and then they keep blasting off. So, well, I'll keep an eye on that one and that Metaplanet one. Let's see where we're at here. Just a little pullback. We'll see as it hits that 20 if it wants to roll up. I know we almost had that situation here and it popped up, and now it's pulling back ever so slightly. So we'll keep an eye on that as well. And just announced Metaplanet to become the second largest treasury company. So that's pretty wild. They plan to inject $5 billion into U.S. unit to accelerate the Bitcoin buying strategy. So there you go. Everybody's on that strategy right there. Just like MicroStrategy, which is now just strategy. But yeah, everybody seems to be taking that approach of building a treasury for their company and trying to become profitable off of Bitcoin as it goes up. So interesting stuff right there to see how that's going. And that Humarin or whatever it's called, HUM, let's see. I did mention that. Just watch for that pullback as it sets up, and now it looks a little better and gets set up. So yesterday was a pretty good pullback right there for it, and it does appear to be getting set up a little bit better there. HUM. So there you go, Luis Rodriguez for that one. And let's see if I missed anything else, and we'll go through our crypto and see what's going on. And let's see what our stock cube tells us where Bitcoin's at real quick. It is at 105, 143, and Sol's at 143. Ethereum 2400, and Ripple is at 217 right there. and I missed Cardano. It went too fast. I know it's down a little bit at 58 cents. So let's just take a quick look and see what's going on in our crypto world. And there you go. That's exactly what the stock cube told me. And let's see. Yeah, we're getting to that spot where you can get these could get cruising through, guys. We're down here and we could see an ultimate crypto run just about to get rocking and rolling. You can see, remember, we've been watching them bounce off. That's the pattern we know. We've known it for the longest time. And now they're all the way down and they're getting set up. That 20's coming down to pick them up and rock them up there. So they are looking pretty good. We could see a pretty wild crypto run right around the corner. And so, yeah, even if they bounce off here, it would probably be the last time because they're bouncing off them bottoms there. And I would have to say they're about to start looking good to get cruising, guys. So might want to keep an eye on crypto because crypto's looking pretty good, I have to say. And our market's not looking bad. Look at it, pretty green this morning. And our SPY is up 431, 604, and it's trying to push up to that 610. So we'll see how soon it can get up there in the next day or so. And then honestly, that's when we really have to start watching for that pullback. So it's going to be sooner than later. It just keeps ripping up there and going a little bit higher. And let's look at this devs right here, DevStream. This one was trying to get set up right here. The 20's coming down, and let's see what it wants to do right here. It was spiking up yesterday. We were looking at it, just a little healthy pullback, and I think DevStream's trying to get set up right there. And that SLN, that Silence Therapeutics or something. And that thing is just hitting there and put a little bit of healthy pullback, nothing crazy. So we will keep an eye, and it is trying to cross through. So we'll be keeping an eye on that SLN right there. And let's see if I missed anything else over here. And we'll see what's going on over here. So we just got everything moving here. Let me take a quick look. I think we got everything over there. Let's see. ALT, Altimmune. Let's see what that's doing. It looks like it's up this morning. It was just down the other day, and it is up a little bit there. That circle had pulled back a little bit, and we'll have to see. It's brand new, but it did run up like a monster for us. HIMS have been pulling back, and I still don't think it looks that great. That was a pretty good pullback right there. And I am not even sure what Nano Labs right here went cruising. That I did see. I didn't realize it was Nano Labs NA. And let's see, MAAS Mace. Let's see. He was running yesterday. He's running from Diddy his whole life. And here's Mace right here, MAAS. And let's see, that did run up and then it did pull back there. So I'm not so sure what Mace is going to be up to. And that Nectar was up in TDOC. So too, that we already looked at. And there you go. That's what's running around this morning. And that's what the market looks like. Let's see our scanners and see if we see anything else that's really crazy there. There's that PSTV. We looked at it. And ADIL and IBIO, they were all on there. GIBO, we looked at last night, as a matter of fact. Let's see what it's up to right here. GIBO, it is trying to get set up. That one is not looking bad. Might want to keep an eye on GIBO. Sounds like bingo, but GIBO, Hong Kong Company Internet and Information, and it does look pretty good right there. So that is not looking bad. GIBO, keep an eye on that. That HCTI, that's not looking too bad. It's trying to run up a little bit right here. We'll see if it can really get curled up. That and Green Lane. And I'll just look at Green Lane real quick. It's still under a penny and just kind of running flat there, but we'll keep an eye on that as well. And let's see what else is going on. This was a big popper before, and then look what happened. So, you know, if they're going to be popping up big, look where they end up in a couple weeks. They're always down there. That NCNA, that was really trying to set up the other day. And then kind of had some pullback here. And let's see if it's going to roll off that 20. It could be in a way better opportunity, way better spot for an opportunity right there. So we'll keep an eye. VOR, we were looking at it, so it doesn't look too bad right there. And let's see, IBO. Let's just see, there's only 2 pages, so we'll just take a look and see if anything else. That's dipping into the basement right there. And that NVIDIA and Marin. Let's see, nothing too crazy there. There's that Wang and Lee and him. So nothing real wild going on, like I said. And you do have Powell speaking at 10 a.m. So market could be waiting to see what's going on there. We'll see if we see anything. That ADIL, look at that thing. That thing's trying to get set up to cruise again. It did run up there, you can see, and then pull back. So we'll have to watch and see if it tries to get set back up. But it was looking pretty good. And that Vince, we had looked at that. It ran up the other day. Let's see, there's your Mace right there, Nectar VOR. And that's it. That's what the market looks like at the moment. So it is green. I'm surprised, to be honest with you. And let's see if Lemonade wants to get a little higher right here. That's an insurance company. And yeah, that one is trying to run up into the top right there, Luis Rodriguez. So nice call on that Lemonade right there. So that is sweet. And there you go. I would say that's what our pre-market looks like on this Tuesday morning, and we'll see what's going on in the world. U.S. stocks set for gains as Trump urges Israel to save truce. Here are the overlooked ways to play AI, crypto, and quantum trends. And stocks rise. Oil falls on Mideast truce optimism. And oil prices slide. Dow futures rise after Israel confirms Iran ceasefire, but I think that ended real fast. And we'll see. And that was from yesterday. That's from this morning too. So I don't know what the hell's going on over there. I don't think anyone knows what the hell's going on over there. It's just crazy chaos. But we'll see what happens because the market doesn't seem to mind it one bit. I can tell you that right now. And there's that INM. Remember, we watched that pop up. That just recent. That pulled back and then just popped up again. There's that Nectar and a couple other ones. So there you go, everybody. I'd say that's a pretty good pre-market right there. And that's what we're looking at. All information presented here is for educational and informational purpose only. It's not intended as financial advice. So always do your due diligence. Hopefully I get my voice back a little bit more and more, and we'll be good to go. And I'll be back to normal, and I can go fabricate some stupid piece right here to try to get this portable air conditioner to work. And then I can get everything set up in this office, and we'll be cruising, guys. I'm telling you. But it is hot as hell out there. It's like 100 degrees already. And I think tomorrow's supposed to be a lot cooler, but we'll be getting it done. I'll still be out there, and we'll be watching the market to see what goes on with this whole truce and what happens with the SPY and everything. Let's take a look and just see where we're at, because we've been up all morning and it's still cruising along, and it's like as high as it can get right now. It is at its high, and it does look like it wants to cruise up to that 610. But again, I'm not so sure it wants to curl through, and I do think that they're going to pull back when they see the all-time high. So keep your eyes on that. We will be watching it, that's for sure. And that's what the market looks like to me at the moment. So thank you, everybody, for hanging out. And yeah, there you go. I would say that's a good one. I think we got to everything. And I was just looking around to see. So be sure to trade smart and lock in those profits. Let me know if you're looking at anything today, and I'll be posting around looking at the market. Like I said, this market's crazier than Vegas at 3 a.m. on Fremont Street. It is one wild ass market right now. So just trying to keep an eye on it just to see what the heck's going on, so we know exactly which way to play the market, to be completely honest. And stay cool, everybody. Thank you, Luis Rodriguez. Like I said, it is brutal out there. It's brutal all over the place. So be sure to stay safe and hydrated, because it is kind of dangerous. And there you go, everybody. So trade smart, lock in those profits. Goodbye, good luck, see you later, and have a great day, everybody.